Good day, everyone. My name is Joel Galvante, and for my FM1 presentation, I will be discussing this social mobilization program from BM1, which is named Bawat Isa Mahalaga, which is a faith based organization which promotes Filipino civic movement, which is focused on social transformation, human dignity, and social justice. For this presentation, I will be discussing who they are, what they represent, and what are the programs they aim to um, do for its audiences. Let's get started. Well, for Bawat Isa Mahalaga, it is a civic movement, a social movement that aims to apply faith based guidance in social and governmental transformation. Basically, what they aim to do is to apply Christian values in the governmental setting. Because, as we all know, many Filipinos are Christians. At least 80 to 90% of Filipinos are considered part of the Christian dogma. So what we want to establish, or what they want to establish, is the practice of Christian values um, in our participation in government programs. So the social concern that they aim to address are oftentimes quite broad. They are usually about national reforms, protecting human dignity, um, promoting justice, and leading a public life that is guided by values. Especially for the organization, many of their programs are based on informed voting, civic participation, especially among key demographics, which we'll discuss later on. BM1, according to my research, was started in 2018 by former Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, CJ Maria Lourdes Sereno. And basically, she started this organization, according to my research, because of what is happening during the time when President Duterte was the leader of our country, and how in our society, basically, there is a lot of misinformation, fake news happening in our society, which is affecting how our citizens are acting online, and how many of our government agencies are very much involved in corruption, degrading values. So she started this program based on these experiences, and how it is affecting our national identity as Filipinos and as Christians. And basically, BM1, based on my research, are mostly volunteers. These are usually from other partners of Chief Justice Maria Sereno from her previous work in the government. Some of them are also part of other NGOs. Most of them are Christian volunteers, and some of them are also from youth organizations that aim to be part of a change that is happening in our country, and they chose BM1 as the organization they want to be part of in order to make this a reality. Basically, the main audience for BM1, based on the following programs that they have implemented, are generally the youth, because they believe they are very much the future of our country, and they are generally the first to experience some of the um, major changes. They are quite vulnerable to the changes that are happening in our society, especially with regards to the education, especially with regards to how our government is treating its citizens, and also since many of the youth are growing up to be eligible voters, they want to um, give them the right information on who to vote for, or what are the qualities that they should look for a leader. And so they are basically one of the primary audiences for the movement, and also they want to target marginalized communities, because these people are oftentimes the most vulnerable when it comes to fake news and misinformation, and they are quite easily affected by the policies that are being implemented in our government. And of course, since it is a faith-based organization, they are targeting Christian communities that want to apply their Christian values in civic participation, because oftentimes there is a um, delineation between the church and the government, but according to our preamble, it shouldn't be so. So the movement B1M is also targeting Christian communities with that regard. Some of the social marketing and social mobilization activities that B1M does is they do advocacy programs, which helps them develop partnerships with key stakeholders in both government and other organizations to strengthen collaboration, especially with other government bodies, other local and NGO partners that they know they can help in terms of like informing people the right ways to voting, and partnering with them to address key social issues such as misinformation and fake news. They also do a lot of barangay governance training, in which they help future SK leaders to know what is the right way to lead the people, especially since these are technically the youth in these bodies of government. And they also do a lot of voters education and youth participation programs, because a lot of the things that are happening in our country are based on who people vote for. So these are just some of the campaigns and programs that B1M has done over the past few years that they have been active. Other important information I was able to glean from my research on the websites of B1M is that they're also very much involved in um, providing information on key topics regarding our government. Like, for example, what are the main responsibilities of the president, which may seem quite simple in terms of um, what he does, or the kind of responsibilities he has as a leader of the country. But a lot of people are quite still misinformed on the president's responsibilities, on what branches of the government are responsible to particular issues. So they've done some key videos that will help people to learn more about the responsibilities of the president, and they also have made videos regarding our responsibilities as Filipinos and as citizens, um, on our civic duties, especially when it comes to voting, especially when it comes to participating in civic uh, issues. And these are all based on the constitutional identity and authority of our preamble, based on the 1987 Constitution. So these are just some of the topics that they tackle, especially when they are discussing their um, movement. For the website, you can access their information at bautisamahalaga.org. You can also check them out on Facebook, and they are also very much active in LinkedIn. And this is it for my presentation on social mobilization programs based on the website that I've researched. And I hope you've learned something about this particular organization. Thank you.